Hey, it's Andrew Hubbard here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, you're going to learn how to create Instagram stories ads that convert. I'm going to show you every step of the way, from how to create the ad itself, whether it's an image or a video, to how to set it up and get it running inside the Facebook ad manager. Now, the beauty of Instagram stories ads is that you can create really effective ads that convert really well. And inside our agency, we actually see the simplest and the most organic looking Instagram stories ads converting better than everything else in the vast majority of cases. So what that means for you is, even if you don't have a big studio, a big budget, or even if you've got no idea where to start with Instagram stories ads, you can still create something fantastic that performs really well for your business. And that's exactly what you're going to learn in this video. I'm also going to show you my favorite type of ad, the one that we see working better than most other ads in the vast majority of cases. I'll show you that exact ad type, how to create it and set it up later in this video. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Now, if you enjoy this video, all I ask is that you give it a thumbs up, click that like button. If you decide you want to hear more from me, click the subscribe button, click that little bell, and you'll get notified whenever I release a new video on Facebook advertising or digital marketing. All right, so let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is that Instagram stories ads, they appear in the Instagram stories section or feed inside Instagram, just like native Instagram stories. What happens is you're going through your Instagram stories and every now and then a sponsored Instagram stories ad pops up. All right, now they can be one of three different types. You can have an image, you can have a video, or you can have a carousel. Now, an image is exactly what it sounds like. A video is up to 15 seconds, and a carousel is 3 different videos, one by one. So you can have 3 15-second videos, each running one after the other, and that's an Instagram story carousel. So you can effectively create a 45-second video, chop it up into 15-minute chunks, and create a carousel. All right, so the first ad type we're going to talk about is the video ad. So again, it's a 15-second vertical video. That's the first thing I want to make really clear here, is that it's always important to create these ads using the native format. In this case, it's 9:16 vertical images or vertical video. So when we record our video, all we need is an iPhone or an Android phone. Grab your phone, put it in the vertical setup. So here's my phone, we're gonna have it vertically, record the video, and then save it, and we can go from there. So I'm going to record one right now and show you how to do it. First step, open up the camera or the Instagram app on your phone. I'm going to go to the camera. I'm going to switch it to portrait mode, and I'm going to get ready and record my video right now. Want to learn how to grow your business effectively with Instagram ads? My name's Andrew Hubbard. I'm hosting a free masterclass where I'm going to show you step by step how to get up and running with Instagram ads to bring more leads and sales into your business. All you need to do is swipe up to register today. That's it. Simple as that. Now, I've just recorded that video. Now what we need to do is edit and prepare that video. My preferred way to do this is using an app on your phone called InShot. So let's jump over and look at that now, and I'll walk you through the process as I do it. Okay, so here we are inside the InShot app. From here, I'm just going to click video. I can click new, and then I can select my latest video that I just recorded. Now, first thing I want to do is click canvas down the bottom left, and I want to change it to a 9:16 format, because that's our nice tall Instagram stories ad format. Now, if we click the text button, I can go ahead and type some text. And all I have to do here is just type it. I can change the size, I can change the colors to whatever I want, as you can see. And we can add any text that we want. Now you can see down the bottom here, I actually have the ability to choose where in the video it pops up. So I can have this running, I'll have it running for the first little bit, and there are lots of different things we can add. We can add music, stickers, filters, we can speed up the video, slow down the video, all here within the InShot app, which is why I really like it. It's got a great free version as well, which is what I'm using right now to record this. And I can add things like stickers and stuff like that too. So the beauty of this is we can make this look really organic, which is essentially what we want. See, I can put a little arrow here to tell people to swipe up, go across, and we can decide where we want that arrow to appear. So I can have it in the whole video. I can have it in just one section. Move that over here. And we go through, and as you can see, I'm just going to go through, design this, set it all up, and then once I'm done, I hit this little button at the top and click save. And then once you've got your video saved to your phone, simply send that across to your computer so we can use that in the ads later on. Okay, now we've seen how to create a great video ad in just a few minutes using your phone. We're going to have a look now at how to create a great image ad. Again, this is all using free apps on your mobile device, and it's really quick and easy to do, and these work really well. So first thing we want to do is go back to your mobile phone, and we're going to open up an app called Adobe Spark Post. Okay, a free app again, really easy to use. This is how we do it. When you open Adobe Spark Post, it's going to look something like this. The first thing you want to do is click that big green plus button down the bottom to open up the options for creation. Now we're going to choose something from our photo library, and I'm going to choose the photo that I have prepared for this. So it's just a plain photo. Okay, I'm going to use a plain photo of myself as the base for this ad. Now, we want to choose down the bottom here, Instagram story. And you can see here that it's actually zoomed in and cropped. So we need to zoom out a little bit simply by pinching and click done. Now, double tap to edit text. Okay, so I'm going to say, learn how to create Instagram ads that convert. Done. Okay, now what I can do is I can change the way this appears as well. So change the font. Something that I use in mine, I use Lato font, and I'm just going to make some adjustments to the color and things like that to get it exactly how I want it. Next, I can add some things like icons. So I click add, and I'm going to add a sticker, and I can search the whole Giphy library here and find exactly what I want to add. Okay, so you can see how simple that is. I've just added my text, changed the font, the color, added a few stickers and things like that. I can also add any branding that I want as well, or logos. So I'm just going to add my logo, pop that in the top corner there like that, and we are done. So I'm going to click done. I'm going to click this button in the top right, and I'm going to share post as a still image. As you can see, I had the video animation option. So the beautiful thing about this app, which is Adobe Spark Post, is I can actually create an animated video just like what you saw earlier inside Post, and I can save it as well. So it's another option for you to use. Now I'm going to click Save Image. Simply save it to my camera roll, and we are good to go. Right, now at this point, you've seen us create a video. You've seen how we create an image for our Instagram stories ads. And if you want to create a carousel, it's exactly the same process as we used for the video, except you can record up to 45 seconds. Same process, same editing process, everything's the same. Just record up to 45 seconds instead of 15 seconds, and then you just split that video into 3 different pieces afterwards. It's as easy as that to do an Instagram story. So once you've got your creative assets ready to go, let's jump over to the Facebook Ad Manager and we can have a look at exactly how to set up your brand new Instagram stories ads. All right, so now we've got a video ad ready to go, and we've got an image ad that's also ready to go. Now let's jump over to the Facebook Ad Manager, because that's where we actually create our Instagram stories ads. We don't create them from Instagram itself. We do it through the Facebook Ad Manager interface. So we're going to head over there and look at exactly how we set these ads up and get them up and running. All right, here we are inside the Facebook Ad Manager. Now, if you don't know how to get here, facebook.com/ads/manage should get you here. Otherwise, if you're already experienced with this, you know how to get to the Ad Manager. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to create a campaign. Now, a campaign is simply a container that holds our targeting and our ads. So at the campaign level, we set our objective. So we tell Facebook what we want to achieve. So I'm going to click create, and I'm going to give our campaign a name. So I'm going to call it that, and I'm going to choose an objective. Now the objective is where we tell Facebook what we actually want to get from this campaign. So the 2 I usually choose are conversions. That's by far the one I select most often. And what that's telling Facebook is I want you to show ads to people who are likely to convert into a lead or a customer. The other one that I use a little bit is traffic. It tells Facebook, hey, I want you to put ads in front of people who are likely to click the ad and visit my website. Now, the thing with traffic is often those people will visit the website, but they're not likely to enter an email address and become a lead or buy from you. So you'll get website traffic or visitors, which is exactly what you're asking for, but not necessarily leads and customers. And that's why I like to choose conversions most frequently, because of the types of ads that we run. Now, the next thing, we'll give our ad set a name. Ad sets are where we set up the targeting and the budget, and the ads down here at the bottom, that's where we actually set up our creative, like our image and video. So I'm going to give the ad set a name now. And I'm going to give my first ad a name as well. Once that's done, click Save to Draft, and you can see what's happened is, I'll just collapse this side pane window. Now I can see I've got my campaign, and if I click my campaign, it goes down to the ad set level. I've got my ad set, and I've got my new ad. Now, each of these have some more setup to complete. The campaign, that's done. We don't need to do that, but at the ad set level, we need to click here. Click on our ad set, select our ad set and click on this little edit button over here. Now, this is where we set up the targeting and the budget, as I said. So here we want to choose what our conversion event is. So for me, website, and let's say I'm aiming for leads. So I choose my conversion event. If you need to learn more on that, I'll put a little link at the top now. You'll see something there that will send you off to a video that will show you how to set up conversion tracking for your Facebook ads if you haven't done that, and if you don't understand exactly what events and conversion tracking is. All right, so down here we set our budget. Very simple. I like to go with the daily budget option and set how much we want to spend a day, our start date, and if you want, enter an end date. Next up, we set up our targeting. So who are we going to target with this? I'm going to choose United States and Canada. Next, we set any age restrictions that we want to set for our audience. So depending on your avatar, you enter the particular details here. So I'm going to say 21 to 65 and all genders. I'm not going to put in a language. I don't usually do that if I'm targeting predominantly English speaking countries. That's normally fine, but if you do want to only target a specific language, enter that here. And then our detailed targeting, with this one, I'm going to select some interests to target, and I've put influencer interests. So for me, I want to get in front of people who are interested in growing their business using Instagram ads, and I help online course creators and digital product owners with their ads. So I want to find those audiences. I'm going to use influencers in that space as a way to do that. If you want to learn more about targeting, I do have a video on that as well that looks like this. So find that in the channel, and you can check out how I choose good interests to target as well. All right, so interest targeting here, I'm just going to put in a few. Detailed targeting expansion, I do use that sometimes in testing, but I generally don't select that unless I'm fairly well advanced with a campaign and it's a specific thing I'm trying to test, and we don't need to put anything in connections either. Now, down here, this is where it gets important. You can select automatic or manual placements. In this example, we're going to use manual placements because we want to run this ad only on Instagram stories. Now, I'll show you how to set it up only for Instagram stories, and you can also use the all placements option if you specifically customize the ad. And like I said, I'll show you this way first, and then I'll show you how to do it the automatic placements way just afterwards. So we're going to go here, we're going to uncheck all of these platforms except for Instagram. We'll go down here, and I'm going to uncheck the Instagram feed and Instagram Explore and just choose Instagram stories. Now, we can also choose Facebook stories, and you can also choose Messenger stories if you want. The requirements are the same for all of them, so there's no real downside to doing this. But for this example, I'm just going to select Instagram stories because that's where we're going to run these ads. And then down here, I'm just going to choose conversion window of 1 day click. That's because I want people to click these ads and convert into a lead straight away. I don't expect people to click an ad and then leave the page open and maybe come back and enter their email address and details later. It's likely they're going to convert into a lead within 1 day of clicking the ad. All right, so that's our ad set done. Let's collapse this window and go down to the ad level here and select our ad. This is where we get to set up the actual ad itself. First thing I'm doing is selecting my Facebook page and then selecting my Instagram account. Next, I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to use our video. So I'm going to go add media, add video, and I'm going to choose my brand new ad here. Click continue. And you can see in the preview our ad appears. So I've got the InShot branding there. InShot is, just as a side note, it's like 20 bucks for a full year of access to that. So I was using the free version in this example, but I just generally use the premium version, which doesn't have the watermark. So just as a heads up there in case you're looking at that. Okay, enter our URL. So I'm just going to go. Okay, so you can see we've got our preview, our ad is playing. I've entered the URL, so when people swipe up, that's where they're going to go. We actually don't need to enter anything in the primary text here because there is no text on these ads. Okay, so we don't need to enter that. All we need to do now is go down. We don't need a display link. Now this little call to action button, we can change. That's what appears right down here at the bottom of the ad. It says learn more in white. So if I change that and let's say something like sign up, you can see that now changes to sign up. I generally run with learn more. Okay, so make sure you've got your pixel and conversion tracking turned on here, and that's it. You've got your Instagram stories ad ready to go. But this one is our video. Now we're going to create our image ad. So I'm going to just go here. I'm actually going to just duplicate this ad. Okay, hit duplicate. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to call it image ad. Clear videos. I'm going to go add media, add an image. And I'm going to select my image. So you'll remember we created this image earlier, sent it across, and now we've got our image ad. That's literally all we need to do. So that's how our image will look. A couple of things to note with both of these. Just make sure that things like the learn more down here aren't covered. You can see I deliberately left space so that when Facebook or Instagram automatically overlays the learn more here, that's not covered up. So one thing to note. Another thing to note here is that up here where your page is listed, just make sure that's readable as well, which it is in this case, and you're good to go. Really not too much there to take a look at. Okay, so now you've got an Instagram stories video ad and an Instagram stories image ad all set up and ready to go. Literally all you need to do is hit review and publish and you're away. But the last thing I want to show you is my favorite, which is the Instagram stories carousel. I mentioned this at the start of the video as being my favorite type to run and the highest performing ads that we generally run on Instagram stories. So here's how you set one up. It's really, really simple, really easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by duplicating my existing video ad. You can create a new ad if you want. It's just quicker and easier for me to duplicate. And of course, I'm going to rename it as I always do. Now, I'm going to scroll down a little bit and you can see here I've got my format and I can choose how I'd like to structure my ad. At the moment, it's set to single image, but I'm going to select carousel now. Now you scroll down and it's automatically created these carousel cards. I've got 1, 2, 3 different carousel cards that Facebook Ad Manager has just created for me automatically. Now I'm going to actually clean these up and set up my videos so they all run one after the other. If I click the edit button next to this card, you can see it says select image, and the same for this one and the same for this one, but we want videos. So I'm actually going to remove this bottom one, and you always need at least 2 cards in a carousel, so it actually won't let me delete anymore. So what I'll do is I'll add media and I'll add a video. It says review error in card 3, nothing to worry about at this point. Card 1 and 2 are images, so we're going to delete those afterwards. So I'm going to go to card 3, I'm going to select my video, and I've got one here that I can use as an example. This is part 1. Once I upload that, I'm going to add media, I'm going to add a video. And in this one, I'm going to select my video and I'm going to choose part 2. I'm going to add media again, add a video. And in this one, it's going to be part 3. Now I'm going to delete these 2, which are our images that we never wanted. Great. Now, I've got part 1, part 2, and part 3, and they all run one after the other really, really nicely. Now, if you click on each card, it's important here to add the correct URL for each one. So you don't need a headline or a description because, as you know, there's nowhere for those to display. But we do need a URL, and generally you're going to send to the same place. So make sure your URL is correct in each of those cards. If you're sending to different ones at different times, make sure you do that. Now, you do have this, you've got show a fixed number of cards, and it says 3 cards will be shown before the option to expand, or 2 for 2 card carousels. This may increase your cost per result. When not selected, the number of cards varies to optimize for performance. Now, what this is telling you is over here on the preview, you can see it says Andrew Hubbard, and then it says expand story, and it's just showing one video there. Now, what will happen here is it will show this first piece, and if people don't click expand stories in this case, it will flip to the next Instagram story. It won't show my full carousel. If I tick show a fixed number of cards, now you can see at the top here, it's got 3 different sections, just like an organic story carousel or an organic set of stories that someone posts, and it shows one after the other. That's what we want. So we want to click show a fixed number of cards, and that is going to ensure that it will always play our 3 different videos one after the other, so it looks like one big long video. You can see that's happening now in the example. Now, automatically show the best performing cards first. Because this is one long 45-second video that I've split into 3 sections, I do not want to tick automatically show the best performing cards first, because what that will do is that will jumble them out of order, and then my video won't make sense. Same as add a card to the end with your profile picture. I don't want to do that either. That's because what it simply does is it just tacks a card on the end. Let me tick that. Oh, I can't actually. Yes, I can. It just tacks a card on the end, and what that will do is that just kind of makes it a little bit too ad looking for my liking. So I don't like to do that. All right, add the URL, and now it's just going to display a card at the end with my profile picture. But again, I don't recommend doing that. Okay, so the see more URL, I just like to, again, put a URL in. And of course, it's the URL that you want to go to, not just any random URL. So when people swipe up, they will go to that place. Okay, so if we scroll down, that's the last thing we do. Modify our call to action, just like with all our other Instagram stories ads, and select our Facebook pixel, and we're good to go. Now you have 3 different ads. You've got your carousel, you've got your image, and you've got your standard video ad. You are ready to go with your Instagram stories. You've just seen how to create the ads themselves, both video and image, using some free tools that are available to everybody, and using an iPhone or an Android device or whatever phone you've got to record them. So it's really quick and easy to do, really easy to set these up and start running them. You can start running them $5 a day, $10 a day, depending on how you want to get started. But again, Instagram stories ads are a fantastic way to get into paid traffic for yourself. Okay, so you've just seen how to set up your own Instagram stories ads from start to finish. You've seen how to create the images and videos themselves and how to set them up in the ad manager. These are a fantastic way to grow your business using paid traffic. So if you like this video, please give it a like. That's all I ask. That helps me grow the channel. It tells me that you enjoy the content, and it lets me know that I should create more content like it. And if you want to hear from me whenever I release a new video, click the subscribe button and click that little bell to get notified whenever I do release a video. Okay, thanks again for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Viewers, whoops. You want to learn how to grow your business with Instagram ads? My name's Andrew Hubbard. I'm the founder of Hubbard Digital, an Instagram agency. Not that one, okay. Want to learn how to grow your business with Instagram ads? After spending, no.